Hey guys, we're at this mansion here that I take care of. It's not really a mansion, I guess, but it's a big house. Got a nice gate here. Got a York unit down that I put in about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm gonna enter our little keypad here and the gate should open. I'm not gonna show y'all the code though. And the gate opens for us. All right, we'll see what they got going on. All right, guys, here's our York unit. We have the smart tool hooked up. And as you can see right there, this is 410A. We are extremely low, 28 pounds of pressure, 63 degrees of superheat, no subcooling. That ain't gonna cut it. All right, we'll have to add some gas, and I think I know where it's leaking already. I saw a stain on the micro channel. Imagine that. All right, guys, we're not actually low on refrigerant. I went back and looked on my QuickBooks, because I always document what kind of metering device I put, and I installed a TXV on this one. TXV's shut. It's not letting suction pressure come back to the unit. See, you can see we're freezing up, and I know y'all think it's low on refrigerant, but it's not, because I keep adding refrigerant. I even turned the machine off and put some refrigerant through the liquid line while the machine was off, and you can see the head pressure's climbing, subcooling is climbing, but nothing's happening here. We got a bad TXV, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take it out and just install a piston, and that should solve this problem. All right, guys, I have the recovery process started. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and then I am going to run over to the York store while it's recovering, because the York store is only about a mile away from here, and go pick up a bullet piston, because York evaporators take a bullet piston. They don't use a regular piston like Goodman or Danfoss, or Goodman or ADP or Mortex. You can't use those. You got to use a bullet piston. Actually, Nordyne and York share the same piston. So I'm going to go pick one up, and by the time I get back, the recovery should be done, and then we can go in the attic, remove the TXV, install a piston, pump a vacuum, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Okay, guys, the recovery's all done, and if you look right there, we recovered almost 8.5 pounds of gas, so I definitely know this thing's not low, because these micro channels don't hold that much refrigerant, but this is a long line set, so it has a little extra. So after seeing that, I know for a fact this machine's not low. So I'm gonna grab a couple tools out the old Vito over there, and we're gonna head up to the attic. Okay, guys, we're in the attic, and I'm gonna show you why I don't have employees anymore. When I first started my business, I had 3 guys, 2 technicians and a helper. They put this system in. There's the furnace where the York sticker is, and right above, right past it, right there, you can't really see it, is the evaporator. If you look up here, that's the wall. See the foam insulation? Well, the geniuses that I had working for me thought it would be a good idea to install this coil with the door and the line set connections facing that way. So I thought it'd be a good idea to take the coil, my geniuses that I had working for me, and instead of having the copper and the door right here, it's facing that way against that wall. I cannot access it. This is how much space I have between the furnace and the joist. I can't get my big butt back there. Now, on the other hand though, you can see I installed a filter rack right here. And let me sit up. You can see my filter rack. Takes a 20 by 25 filter. Look what I found in there. That filter hadn't been changed in years. So I hope that's all it is, because I can't get back there. Let me answer my phone. Okay, so anyway, all I can hope is that, I mean, this shit is thick. There's no way that air could get through here. I'm gonna put the refrigerant back in the unit and pray to God that this is all that's wrong with it, because I have no way to access the coil. This is why I'm a one-man show, or a one-man show with a helper. I'm always on the job. This is exactly why. Because of crap. Not the filter, that's not their fault, but that coil. This is bullshit, and I am not happy. Okay guys, that looked like that did the trick. Looked like it was the filter. The subcooling is on target. Between 10 and 11 is what the YARC calls for. But the superheat is still a little high. Suction pressure is a little low for my liking, and the superheat's a little high for my liking, but we're above freezing because the coil, it still has some ice on it. The auxiliary pan's full. The coil is actually still in the thaw out process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run tonight, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and recheck it.